I finally took it upon myself to do the like my videos in the past have had like a weird cropping, and I was rewatching and I was like, damn, that's kind of weird that my fucking like hot bar is only half, but I fixed it, I think. So hopefully, if you're watching this, the hot bar is in view. Anyways, welcome back. Welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. Sorry for the coughing. I picked up some Senecas, which is like what me and my actually a little embarrassing. Me and my ex-girlfriend used to smoke these a lot. Her name is Aiyana. Speaking of Aiyana, no, I don't know. I had a weird dream about her last night, and I don't know what that's about. To be fair, I was sitting with Anjali. By the way, the plan today, just so everyone knows, I'm gonna kick back this wall, kick back that wall, and fill it with planks. I think. I don't know. Do I want to fill it with planks? I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I was talking with Anjali, and Aiyana got brought up for some reason or another, and I don't know. I started going through like old pictures that I had because on my second account, I have like an Instagram second account. I like archive when I break up with someone. Like I archive the post rather than delete it. So I still have it. I just don't really see it like ever. But I never really go through it, contrary to what you might believe. Whatever. And so I was looking at it and I was like, damn, I kind of miss that. I actually really, I don't know. And then I think about it and I'm like, I don't know why I missed that. Like her and I had such I don't know, an interesting relationship. Like I look back on it and I'm like, that shit was awesome. Like that was my first relationship. I was really happy. I lost my virginity to that girl. Like it was a lot for me at the time. And then I realized that like our relationship was not very happy. Like we used to fight often, which, for being 17 years old, doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, why the fuck do you fight? Like, what do we have to fight about as like actual fucking children? Nothing, really. But we did. Like, we would get into it a lot. And I don't know. I think that's what really shaped me. Because now when I get into arguments, like with my current relationship, well, I'm not in a relationship, but like relationships in college, for example, I very much like, I do what she used to do to me, right? Like, I just fucking listen to every point. It's such a shitty way to argue, but I just listen to everything the other person is saying and then call them out when one thing doesn't line up with one other thing they've said. And it's really an effective tactic. I've come to find out, but that doesn't mean it's really a good one, right? Like, that is really shitty to do that to someone, And I realize that, and I take ownership of that, to where it's like, I really should be better, but I suppose that's kind of how I was taught, right? Is like, I fucking learned how to handle a relationship from that girl, right? And that's, I don't know, I think about that a lot, to where it's like, she really did shape me as a person, whether for better or worse, and I don't know, I think that's like, it's interesting to look back on it, even though, like, it didn't go well at the time. And like I used to be really stressed out about it. Like I used to think about breaking up with her almost every fucking day, right? And then I did some really terrible shit, dude. Like I genuinely was fucking awful at the end of our relationship. I suppose, yeah, fuck it. I'll just like air it out. That'll be the theme of this episode. I usually go into these like not really knowing what to say. Like throughout the day, for example, like I was walking last night. I think it was high as shit, and I was thinking like, oh, what am I gonna talk about on my little journal? And I thought about some other things. This was not on the card. This kind of just came out of nowhere. But when I was 17, I was. No, I suppose I was 18. I was 18 years old, because this would have been the summer after senior year of high school, and I was waiting to go to Berkeley. I was waiting to go to college, and I reconnected. I broke up with Aiyana, right? Like I broke up with her going into summer because I was like, I need to break this off before I go to college. I don't want to like trouble myself with it, and frankly trouble her with it, because that distance is it's pretty far from where I live. So I didn't really want to put either of us through that. So I broke up with her. And then I started seeing this other girl, like, probably immediately after. I think it was almost a day. like less than a day. Like I was really fucking, I was a dickhead, right? And so a day after I started seeing this girl named Dawn, who she was my first kiss actually, which is really interesting. When I was 17 years old as well. That's when I had my first kiss. It was November of 2023, and Dawn was the first girl that I ever. Oh shit. Dawn was the first girl that I ever really talked to, like ever. And she, I don't know, we were, we talked for like a month, and she was my first kiss, like a week into it, and I was fucking obsessed with her. Like I made like creepy fucking like video. Like I was looking through my old like Premiere Pro assets. Dude, I made a video about how like I was really into her and like all this bullshit. And it's like, I don't know. She was like the first girl I was ever obsessed with. And then a month into us talking, with each other, like we never had sex. We never did anything like that. She completely ghosted me and stopped seeing me and decided that it was better if we didn't see each other. That really upset me. I was really fucking. I was hurt, dude. Like that was a rough time, right? Like I was really going through it. And it's stupid like kid shit, right? Like I look at that now, I'm like, damn, what a fucking pussy. But for me at the time, it did mean a lot. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. Like, it was the summer. I just broke up with Aiyana, and Dawn and I hung out, and immediately, fuck, how did it happen? Oh, she came over. I think my, yeah, my mom was home. Okay, yeah. No, my parents were home. She came over. We hung out during the day, and then, okay, I remember the story now. Fuck, we hung out during the day, and then she went home, and then she texted me like, "Hey, are you busy?" I was like, "No, not really." This was like at 11 o'clock at night. She was like, "Can I come over?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess. Like, if you want to pull up, sure." She's like, I can't drive." So with my 18-year-old horny ass, I drove right the fuck over to her house. It was like a 20-minute drive. I got there, she gets in, and we got down to it pretty much. And so I was seeing her, and then I started dating her right after Aiyana. That was like maybe a week after I stopped seeing Aiyana. Like I saw Dawn for a little bit, and then we started dating. No, that's not true. When did I start seeing her? Fuck is that? Holy shit! Look at you guys. I don't have any bones. I'm sorry. And so I don't know. I got with Don like maybe a couple days after Aiyana. Like being completely realistic, that is probably when it happened. And so that happened, and then I it was either me or Aiyana, but someone. This was a month into seeing Dawn, maybe two, maybe like 3 weeks. I'd say 3 weeks into seeing Dawn. Aiyana and I reconnected, and she wanted to hang out and figure out what happened because we kind of ended suddenly. I was kind of weird about it, and so we talked, and then well, I kept seeing. I don't know. We hung out that night, and then she was like, "Can I kiss you before I leave?" Like we were outside of her house. It was midnight. We were in my car. I was like, "Yeah, I'm being fucking stupid, being genuinely an asshole." Because I knew I had a girlfriend at the time. I knew Dawn was probably texting me at the time. Like it was really shitty. And I said, sure, why not? So we start kissing, and then she jumps over the middle console of my car, and this was, by the way, outside of her fucking house. We started having sex in my driver's seat, right outside of her house. And so that was pretty shitty because now I've cheated on Dawn, and now I've seen Aiyana, and I told her that I wasn't dating anyone because of course I'm a fucking idiot. I suppose I was. And so I kind of just like, I don't know. I really like, I look back on it now, I'm like, why did I do that? And I think part of it does have to do with Aiyana, to where it's like, I really did. I was really into her, right? So, I keep dating Dawn, I don't break up with her, and I keep seeing Aiyana. That went on for about 2 months. I was cheating on Dawn the entire time. Aiyana didn't know about Dawn. And then how this all blew up was I was um, I was working at this old deli in my town, and I had a coworker that was also 18, and she was really pretty. She was also like 6'1". She was bad as fuck. And so I decided to hang out with her. And I didn't do anything. I didn't kiss her. I didn't, we didn't have sex. We didn't do any of this. We just hung out. And it was kind of insinuated that we were going to go towards like seeing each other. Mind you, I was with Dawn and I was seeing Aiyana at the time. So, am I a bad person? Yes, absolutely. And so we hung out, and then I went to hang out with her and her friends actually. Like, she had I don't know, a whole group, and they wanted to meet me. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. I'll go hang out with her friends. And then I left, and then that night I get a text from one of her friends that's pretty much saying, are you still dating Dawn? And I didn't answer because I was like, what the fuck does that? How the fuck? Whatever. Because no one really knew about me and Dawn, right? Like that was kind of on the low. And so I don't know. So he pretty much that friend told Dawn, and Dawn called me, and I didn't answer because I was freaking like at this time I was like I was nauseous, like I was fucking hyperventilating, like I was freaking out, and I called one of my best, not really one of my best friends, but it was someone that I had known since kindergarten, and we like her name's Renaissance, and she was really cool, and I'm not really like crazy close to Renaissance, but she's like a really good friend, and I like talking to her, and so I fucking called her because she was the only person that I thought like maybe would comfort me or add any sort of help to this. And she's also best friends with Aiyana, so rough. And so I called Renaissance. She's like, "Yeah, you can come over." And then I was like, "I should probably talk to Aiyana about this." So I told Renaissance. I was crying at the time. I was like, "Fuck! I just need to go somewhere. I need to get out of my house." And so I went to see Renaissance, and then I called Aiyana on the drive. I was like, hey, I really fucked up. Like, I was screaming. I was fucking screaming. The windows were down. I was screaming on the freeway. I was like, hey, I really fucked up. And I'm going to Renaissance's right now. I don't know what the fuck to do. And Ayana was like, come pick me up. And so I picked her up, and we went on a drive before we got to Renaissance's. And I admitted everything. I told her everything about this summer. I told her what the fuck I did, all this shit. How I was cheating on Dawn, how I was seeing her and pretty much using her, and she got really quiet. She didn't yell. She didn't fucking like scream at me. She just kind of went quiet, and I'll never fucking forget it. She just like looked at me and it's like, it's okay. I was like, that's insane. That's fucking crazy that you care for me this much. And you see me as this great person, that you're okay with the fact that I've been wronging you for months. And I mean, that's not to say she wasn't upset. She, of course, like, I was trying to like explain something, and she like yelled at me. She was like, "Shut the fuck up! You did this. Let me talk." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, valid." And so we got to Renaissance's, and I just talked with Renaissance the entire time. Like we were in her living room. Aiyana was there too. I was doing it in front. Like Aiyana and I were sitting together, and I admitted everything to Renaissance, and her and I got into a really religious conversation. We were talking about like sinning and what it means and all that shit. It was really fucking powerful for me, right? Like I'd never had that honest of a conversation about my religion with anyone that I actually like respected, I suppose. Like I'd done it with, respect is a bad word, but like Renaissance and I were friends. I'd never had a conversation about my religion with a friend before, so that was really like powerful for me, and that's kind of what got me into it. Is like I came to my school and I fucking started going to church every single day just to fucking ask for forgiveness, and yeah, it was a lot. Anyways, trying to find the way home, by the way. I have no clue where I came from. I'm thinking this way. Yeah, it is this way. Anyways, so yeah, and then Aiyana and I, so that all happened, and that was about 2 weeks before I was leaving for college. And Aiyana and I kept seeing each other. Dawn, of course, completely cut me off, so we don't talk anymore. We really haven't since. And Aiyana and I kept seeing each other, and I went to school, and we had an online relationship for about 2 months. And then she told me that she was pregnant in October 2024, which was about a year and a month ago. Because I had gone home for because like I just went home because I was really like getting stressed with school. School was really fucking with me. So I went home and I saw Aiyana. I guess something happened because I got a call about a month later that she was pregnant and didn't know what to do. And so I, of course, freaked the fuck out. I was sobbing. Like, this is when I really started talking with God, I think. Like, I was fucking... I was a mess. And, this is actually... I fucked up the story. She didn't tell me she was pregnant after we, stopped seeing each other. Again, in early October, we, fuck it, I'll just admit it all. I don't even give a fuck anymore. I started seeing this other girl. Her name is Jessie. That's my ex now, actually. That's the one that I was seeing the other day. And I was sobbing. I was fucking sobbing to Jessie about it. Because I was at that point dating Jessie. And this was 2 weeks after me and Aiyana broke up. She called me and was like, hey, I'm pregnant. And was also livid. Because at that point, we were not really on good terms. Because I broke up again with her for really no good reason. And of course, she was upset about that. I was like, yeah, I know, I'm a dickhead. Whatever. And so I was fucking seeing Jessie while this shit was going on. And like, I don't know, I like, fuck. I don't know. I got really, really upset. I was really depressed during this time. And I was with Jessie and I was like, what do you think I should do? She looked at me. She was like, what other choice do you really have? And I fucking sobbed. It was really, yeah, I don't know. Because I have views on abortion, right? To where it's, I think women should absolutely choose what the fuck they want to do. I don't give a fuck. I don't think any man should have jurisdiction over what a woman chooses to do with her body. However, it felt really different when it was my genetics, I suppose, right? Like, I know it wasn't flesh and blood. She hadn't made it far enough into pregnancy for it to be my flesh and blood, but it still really felt like it. So I was so upset, and fuck, I realized I fucked this up, and so I had to tell Aiyana, and she agreed. She said okay, but we were like, I was in the room with my roommate Hector. I was just sobbing. Aiyana and I were on the phone. I was fucking sobbing. And she went through with it, and she got the abortion. And we really haven't talked since. So, you know, that sucks, I guess. Yeah, man. I was fucked up. I was fucked up a year ago. And I don't say that to be like, oh yeah, I'm so much better now. Because I really don't think I am. Right? Like, I still am not a good person, you know? And I'm trying to be better, right? But, I don't know, again, with things like that, I go to church often, and one of the things my priest always likes to tell everyone is, you're not defined by your mistakes, right? Like, not accepting God's love because of something you've done is one of the worst sins you can commit, right? It's just not accepting God's love. And dog, I was in church and I just fucking sobbed. I suppose I'm making myself out to sound like a real pussy, but I don't know. It was a big thing for me. And so yeah, man. So that was kind of that, and I haven't talked since, and for some reason I still think about her way more often than I'd like, right? Like, I've had multiple different women in my life since. Jessie, for example, I saw a couple girls after that. I've seen like four, I think. Um, yeah, no matter what, I don't think about the other ones when I stop seeing them, right? Like, I've stopped seeing people, and no one stays on my mind as much as her. And I suppose you can, like, chalk that up to her being my first, but I do think it goes to something more than that. And, like, I think about it every day. I'm like, I should just, like, call her. Right? Like, it's been a year, but, like, what if, I don't know. A big thing that I think about is, like, does she still think about me? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Yeah, yeah. I guess that's aiyana lore. Um, I suppose for the end of our relationship, I can probably go into the more specifics of during our relationship later. Um, yeah. This is so odd that this conversation was brought up by cigarettes. I just realized that because I bought a pack of Senecas, and her and I used to smoke those together because that's what her parents bought. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, what else is going on? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out this like base layout. I don't know if I should make the floors all oak. I feel like that's kind of lame, but I can also figure that out later. I'm not really a stickler about it. I'm gonna try to add like. I'm thinking this will be the walkway, right? Like you come up here. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. Like stairs going down, and then we'll have the patio here, and then there will be a little like walkway here, stone brick here. You open it up and then go through. Okay, that's a good idea. Anyways, I don't know. I like the weirdest thing to me is that I really don't think about like Dawn, right? Like I wronged her extensively, right? Like I was a bad fucking person to her. Because then, like, I don't know if she ever found out that I was seeing aiyana. I don't know if that ever came up. Because, like, I know they've hung out. Because I saw, like, some fucking Instagram, or I think it was Snapchat. Aiyana posted her Snapchat. Because that's the only app that she hasn't blocked me on was fucking Snapchat, of course. I think since then she's blocked me. But it was this summer, and her and Dawn were like at the lake together. I was like, damn, that must be real fucking awkward. Like, respectfully, that shit must be kind of weird. But who knows? I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. At a certain point, you just kind of have to accept you're a bad person. And I really do, like, I hate that idea. Like, I think I've talked about this before, where it's like, that's one of the worst questions that I think about, and I think about that way too often. Right? It's like, am I a good person? And it's moments like this, like where I'm talking about it out loud, where I'm like, fuck, dude, I was a bad, like, person, just in general. Right? Like, I did fucked up shit, and people hurt because of me. And for someone that, like, deems myself so fucking religious, that's just not okay, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But who knows, right? Like, you know, what's that BoJack Horseman quote? Where it's like, you something, and then you die. I don't know. Life sucks, and then I don't know. Fucking watch BoJack Horseman. Let me know what he says. I've actually never watched BoJack Horseman. For someone that knows, like, kind of ball knowledge about it, I've never fucking watched it. But I probably should. Who knows? Anyways, yeah, this was kind of a quick one because I know my roommate's getting back momentarily. He went to eat dinner. Fuck, did I? Suppose not. Who knows? Yeah. I suppose we can talk a little bit more about girls. I don't know. No, not really. I don't really want to. Fuck it, we'll just talk about aiyana. You know what? That'll be today's clip. I think about her way too much, I think, right? Like, I keep fucking stating this, but it's like, it's so odd to me, and I think it's a joke with other people that I, like, know, right? It's like, I'm always like, making a joke like, oh yeah, no, that's cool. I really want to crack my ex, Aiyana. And everyone's like, ah, ha, ha, good one. That shit is not a joke. That's just like real for me. Like, not necessarily to crack. I actually don't really give that much of a fuck about having sex with her, but like, I just want to talk with her. Just like see if she's okay. Cause that's a lot. I didn't talk to her after she got the abortion. I talked with her, I didn't talk with her, but I messaged her on Snapchat, I think, about like some, I think it was some party or whatever that I knew she was going to. I was like, oh, are you going to be there? And she was like, yeah. And then, that was about it. But like, I don't know. I'm just like, I always think like, oh yeah, I just want to do the right thing. I just want to make sure she's okay. And like, really, I don't know how true that is, right? Like I actually had this question. This was something that I was kind of thinking about talking about for this entry, where it was like, what is the motivation for doing the right thing? You know, like why? Am I really doing the right thing if I talked with Aiyana, or am I just making it worse for both of us? Like, and what is my motivation for doing it? Do I just want to have sex with her? Do I actually want to know how she's doing? Of course, these are questions that you're like, well, yeah, you fucking know, you're the one thinking it, but sometimes I don't know. Like yesterday, for example, I went to a protest. I went to, Turning Point USA was at my school, and they were doing this big presentation, blah, blah, blah. And there was a huge protest outside, so I decided, yeah, fuck it, I'll join the protest. So I was like at the fucking barrier, right? Like there were hundreds of people behind me, and I was like smacking the barrier, like yelling at police, like all this shit. I was thinking about it. I was like, do I really care about this movement, or am I just doing it to be a part of it? I really don't know. And like, I personally, like, I do believe that I care about it, but I don't know if that was my motivation for going. And it's something that I can't really ask myself because I don't really know. I don't know my own motivation for the things I do a lot of the time. And that sucks. That's another thing with like going to church. I think that was big for me, where I was like, fuck, I don't know why I'm doing this. Am I doing this because I really want to get closer to God, or do I just think it's going to make me a better person because I'm going to church? You know, I don't know. I think about that way too much. And I think it definitely applies with Aiyana, where it's like, why am I thinking about her? Do I really care about her? Am I just like trying to, get in on that? Who knows? I don't know. I had a gaff, I guess. I mean, I really do gaff, but like, it is what it is, I guess. I'm also looking at this layout. I don't know. This is kind of like, it's like a mental institution. Fuck. Whatever, I'll figure it out. But yeah, man, who knows? I think I'm just making like a fucking cage for myself. What is this layout? I really don't know. Anyways, maybe I could add like different rooms. That's not a bad idea. That would be pretty sweet, actually. Like, imagine I like make a room for different. Hold up. This ain't a bad idea. And then this can be like the living room, right? Right? Wait, I might actually be fucking cooking right now. Like, this is the bedroom, you know? Or is this the bedroom? Yeah, this could be the bedroom. Yeah. Because then glass here, and then it goes back here. Right? Am I crazy for this? This is actually pretty cool. Then living room, and then this can be, what else do I need? I need like a work spot. What could be a good work spot? I can make a hallway. That'd be pretty cool, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, now I'm like actually locked on playing Minecraft. This is cool. This is pretty freaking cool. And living room here. Have the hallway cut here, right? Enter the house, living room. I think I'm like talking about Minecraft because I'm kind of avoiding the conversation. Fuck, whatever. How much more wood do I have? This is it, okay, whatever. Hallway. Wall. Living room. I can line it up here. Yeah, right. So this could be a space, maybe. Like I'll put. Oh yeah, I can fill this out. I do need a chest room. That is true. Very true. What's the middle point here? 1, 2. Fuck. It's gonna have to be uneven. Fuck. I don't know what to do. Right? Like work room or chest room. Fuck it. This could be the chest room. That ain't a bad idea. And what, like this? Hold up, my brother's cooking. See, this is kind of why I wanted to work on this, like, by myself, because at a certain point I don't really have anything to talk about. It's just kind of me, like, bullshitting. This is actually a lot cooler. This is actually pretty cool. Fuck, okay. This will be the hallway, and then we'll add, what, a barrier here. Okay, right, enter. Living room. This can be a space. Fuck. Right, like adding some depth here. Are you seeing the vision? When this comes out. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm tempted to work on this alone because I don't know, I've gotten a little uncomfortable with like going on with the topic, I suppose. Like, not to sound like a pussy, but I do want to keep this fairly focused, and like I think I've left it off at a spot that like I've gotten my main ideas out there, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. I'm just like I've been definitely trying to be better, right? Like I've been better to those that care about me. Jesse and I, like I've said, like I've been seeing Jesse a lot. That's a little weird. Her and I, like, we hung out today. We had a lot of sex. That was cool, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. And I do fear that that's all I'm using it for, and I really don't want to, because I think she's an awesome person, very Asian, respectfully, of course. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with that. You know, fuck it. I could split this into multiple rooms, right? Like, get a hallway here. Is that crazy? No, because there's gonna be glass here. I can't do that. Hold up. Fuck. I need to go mining momentarily. That would not be a terrible idea. Where the fuck is my rat? Wait, where is my crafting table? Whatever. Anyways. Yeah, I think I'll continue the house on my own, and then I will check back in with you guys momentarily. I'm just gonna finish the house. That's all I'm gonna do.
I'll save you!
What up, Buttercup?
Someone got stuck in the elevator.
What?
Yeah.
Did you save them?
I saved them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I pried open the door, so I was like,
That's exciting. Like fucking
no, but
Captain
someone got
America.
stuck.
Oh wow. That doesn't sound too fun. Not terribly fun.
You know, I'd be a really good conversation starter.
Bro,
So like,
interesting.
it'd break down, then I'd be like, you know, you come here often.
Right. Yeah, that'd be fun. You should do it with that girl that you're talking to.
Okay.
That's not a
Well,
terrible idea.
we did kind of agree to like do